Okay. Who wants to do the last time?
As if.
It's only been 11 months.
Has it really been that long since we've done this?
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Holy shit.
For this game, anyway. Because we've been playing other games in between.
Almost a year.
But yeah, that was actually one of the reasons why Distraction quit, was because we kept having to call off games. Yeah, and he wanted to try to get his sleeping patterns more healthy.
Yeah.
I don't fault him. Miss
I don't
him,
either.
but I don't fault
Me
him.
too.
If only I didn't have to work days, I would probably still hang out with him. Since it would be earlier in the day for him. But anyway, last time on Dungeons and WheatTons. Don't know if
Been a while since you said that.
I don't know what you remember, but I remember everything.
You have photographic memory.
Every possible thing. It might not be because I watched a little bit of the last episodes. But at the moment, you are in the patch where the embodiment of all of the witches who died there, Malice and Anger, who's apparently just a little funny guy, because I guess after a couple of years you kind of grow your own personality in my game, has tasked you with a couple of challenges before you're able to leave. Now, technically, you have completed enough challenges to leave, but you can still attempt. I think you had like one more, and you guys didn't want to play blackjack because you wouldn't like blackjack. And you kind of assume, if I remember correctly, you assumed that that would be you fighting him, and you are surrounded by possibly millions of pumpkins. So that would probably be a bad idea for you.
Yeah.
Especially since he's shown that he has control over all of them through his chasing you about and scaring you until you were like, you know what? This guy ain't scary. He's not even touching us, and he's had all kinds of opportunities. He just goes, "Bleh."
You just want to be spooky.
But yeah, you guys were gonna sing a song that was written and performed by you guys, but I think that's... I don't think that's gonna happen now. I gave you 11 months to come up with something, and
Gee,
I guess
way to guilt trip us.
I guess you didn't want to play the game the way I had planned, but that's okay. Whatever.
God, he's gonna make us freaking feel really bad, isn't he, guys?
Well, I don't feel that bad.
So, would you like to do the song or not?
No.
Pass.
Hard pass on it.
Ah, that's alright. Most people don't do the song.
I think we're okay with the 2 prizes we got.
And do you remember what they were?
Remember I had the seed. I don't remember the other one though. It's like I'm keeping track of one.
It's like I can only keep track of one thing at a time. Dude.
I think...
Come on.
One thing at a time.
I don't remember. I think it might have been in Terry's stuff, but I don't
I
remember.
believe so.
Anyway, give it to somebody else. Who wants the feather?
Right, the feather. I got the seed when you guys can take the feather.
You know what? Terry also has a minor healing potion. I don't know how that came about, since... I don't remember. But you know what? You guys can also have that.
Wait, what are we also getting?
Terry's minor healing potion.
So the question is, who will get it?
Oh, Bulbin got the crow feather. So, who wants the crow feather?
What's it do?
Yeah, what
Well-
does it do?
It drips with a black smoke. You don't quite know what it does yet. But, if you used it, then you would know what it does. You can always ask, too. I don't remember if I actually told you or not. So I'm just going to go under the impression that we haven't talked about it yet.
In that case, Kanan will ask Black Jack about the feather.
Alright. Oh, you want to know about the feather? Well, should you ever need, aid in the offensive manner, you can call upon this as if it was a scroll, a magic scroll, and you will create a little shadow raven, which, whenever it hits your target, will split into multiple extra ravens.
Ready?
And it will last the full term, because, I mean, technically, you're not concentrating on it. It just automatically works for the whoever's using it. It will be as if you cast it, but you don't have to concentrate on it.
So, who wants it?
And it will also it'll also be using my magic-y stuff. So
My
Hold on, I'll be right back real quick.
it will be as if I had cast it through you.
Who's got the best magical, I guess, ability here?
Terry.
Ah!
I was gonna say, of the people we currently have, probably, Stelagos.
Well,
I guess I'll take it.
well, as I said, it doesn't matter who takes it, because it'll be as if I had cast it through you. So it'll use my attack bonus and saving throw DC.
I guess I'll use it then, if nobody else wants it.
I've already got this seed here. What does the seed do? Just pick it
Should
up.
you ever be in trouble by those of an evil nature, you can throw it down, and the spot that you throw it will grow a wonderful little jack-o'-lantern, like this. And he points at his head, and he gives you a big old smile. You see, the jack-o'-lantern wards off evil spirits. Ooh. But mine, they work on evil people. And creatures in general. Don't have to be people, I guess. So, should you need it, you can throw it down. It will sprout the jack-o'-lantern and give you light, and possibly keep the ookie spookies away.
Ookie spookies.
Alright, how long do you last?
Oh, same. You don't have to. Blah, 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 blah. You don't have to concentrate on it, so it'll last the full term of 1 minute.
Alright. Is that it? Like,
Well, you seem ungrateful.
well, didn't want to be stuck in this town in the first place.
You're gonna be happy that you were. You see, I threw off your timetable. If you had kept going the way you were, you would have made it on time.
Yeah.
That's kind of the idea, sir.
The fuck do you mean?
Well, perhaps there's a reason that I wanted to keep you here a little bit. Stall you.
Maybe you could stop jacking around your own vines and tell us.
Oh no. If I told you too much, it could upset the very balance of causality. You might do things that you wouldn't normally do just because I have influenced your thinking patterns. I've already given you enough help. The rest is up to you. Trust me, your survival rate has increased by at least 40%.
Now let's hope that survival rate was above 0 to begin with. I'm not liking our odds at 40%.
Yeah.
I was about to say, what were the odds to begin with?
Once again, I'm gonna have to keep that a little bit of a secret. Otherwise, who knows what could happen if you know that.
Okay, I mean, we... Yeah, alright. Is that... Can we go now, or...?
Yes, yes. Nobody ever wants to play with Jack.
Come up with funner games.
They were fun. Where else are you gonna have to catch a will-o-wisp in a net? We played hide and seek. That's a classic.
I mean, he's not wrong about that. It's a classic for a reason.
Never played it.
Well, you were a halfling raised by dwarves. I bet you just dug around in the dirt.
I blew up the dirt.
Yeah, see? Anyway, you're free to go if you want to go.
Alright, guys. I'm tired of this place. Let's get out of here.
Roger that.
All right, Grumpy.
Alright. Out of character. You guys should send Terry and Bulbin back to town.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Well, Stelago is the party leader, so...
It might be a good idea to have somebody there for Graham to meet in... What is it, like 3 days now? I don't remember exactly how long this trip to the patch and everything lasted. But he did say that he'd be back in 4 days.
Yeah, I'll say yeah. Our little detour sent two of our guys back to go meet him.
Yay! Now we don't have to worry about them. Alright, you are now a side character party of 3. I'm glad that that one of you has healing abilities.
Same here.
I want to say I think I can heal technically as well, but
I don't think so, but possibly. Perhapsably.
Mostly explosives over here. It'll heal you from life.
actually that healing might be a Sun Soul thing or open hand. I'm trying to remember whether it's the monk or one of the monk's sub-variants that gets the ability to regenerate HP.
My glasses have scratches. Ooh.
Well, you are neither of those, so... And Way of the Open Hand gets a pseudo second wind.
Ah, so it was an open hand and not just the monk base class. Okay, so then yeah. In that case, I don't have it.
I got lay on hands, so we have that at least. I could have sworn I had healing items too. Wait, I have one greater healing potion. Alright, so we sent the two back to town. Now what?
What do you guys want to do? At the moment, you are free to leave town, as Jack said, giving you all of his goodies that you have earned.
It makes sense to be back on our trail to Ginger.
Yes, back on the trail to Ginger.
Alright, the leader has said it, so...
Works for me.
I have spoken.
She has spoken.
Okay, well... The path forward to Ginger is going to take a little while. You went through the patch originally to get there faster because this was the shorter path. Most people went around the patch. And technically, even though you got held up, you are still going to get there faster than you would have if you would have gone around. And also, if I remember correctly, it is actually nighttime. So, being as you want to get out, because it was midnight whenever all of the spooky ooky stuff happened with Jack, and he first appeared. As was dictated by the mural on the ceiling of the moon. I don't know if you guys remember that. But...
I don't.
But it kind of like illuminated the whole town and gave it this ghostly glow. And then that's whenever all of the pumpkins came to life and became jack-o'-lanterns and stuff. Anyway, it is nighttime, and you did set out in the morning after breakfast, and then you did a little bit of shopping, I remember. And Bulbin actually had a minor healing potion, which you can give to somebody as well. So you didn't actually lose any health that needs to be regained, but after you leave town and walk a little bit more, you might want to take a rest so you don't gain any exhaustion. You don't have to if you don't want to, but... And then yeah, it would only be like maybe another 4-hour walk to Ginger. So you can go now and then rest there, or you can rest now and then go in the morning.
I think resting here would probably be the safest, but what's the rest of y'all vote?
I agree. Resting here sounds pretty good.
And are you resting in the patch? Or are you leaving first?
Probably outside of the patch.
You just take 2 steps away from all, like the moment that all of the pumpkins are like starting to thin out. You take 2 steps away and then like, all right, let's set up camp. And Jack is just in the distance like, hey, you could have slept in one of the buildings.
Want to be in the stars.
There are no stars. We're underground.
I was gonna say these star-like collections of bioluminescent moss on the ceiling.
I was gonna say there's something sparkly on the ceiling we can pretend
There's
they're stars.
glowing slugs up there, I'm pretty sure.
Hey, have you ever had one of those to eat?
Yep.
Not good, are they?
No.
But it makes your teeth glow.
Trying to sleep.
Okay, sweet dreams.
Just using the furthest pumpkin he has to yell at.
I just woke up not too long ago, so if you need me, I'll basically be up all night.
Alright, have fun.
Yeah, you too. Anyway. Do you want to do anything? Or just straight sleep and wake up? Eat? I don't know.
Probably.
Well, I will use a portion of the time to scribe another footer to replace the one I used.
Alright.
And I think I can make a second Shikigami, but I'm not 100% sure. Since as an elf, I only need 4 hours of sleep.
That's one of the reasons why I made you and made Kanan an elf. But alright. You're able to make that just fine.
Oh,
And
jeez.
everyone gets a good night's sleep.
I guess that means, well, we didn't fight anything, so we don't really need a long rest, I guess.
I didn't mean to do that. Well, yeah, but you have been walking all day from like
I'm just saying I don't need to
morning to
refresh
12
anything on my sheet.
at night. It's way more than an 8-hour march, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you're good, and you're rested and no longer in the I'm gonna get exhaustion phase if I walk all night. Yeah, I may be misremembering how many hours it takes to get from here to Ginger, but I'm gonna say 4 because, again, it was 11 months ago.
12 months next week.
But yeah, you're awakened to, hey, you guys, hey.
It's, yeah.
It's been 8 hours. I'm about to go to bed, but I wanted to let you know that my pumpkins are safe to eat if you need any food for, like... I mean, not the black ones, obviously, but... Like, those are old and rotten. But most of my pumpkins are good to eat, so I make a good soup.
What kind of soup?
Pumpkin soup. Silly.
Down.
Silly.
I make a good soup, as in all of these pumpkins are me. You may have some for some pumpkin soup if you want.
Why does he sound so desperate?
He sounds very desperate.
No, I'm just trying to explain myself since you weren't understanding.
Sounds like desperate to me.
Alright, I'll
There's
make...
no talking to you people.
I'll make a pumpkin soup, yeah.
Don't feel guilted into it now.
Grab a pumpkin. No. It's fine.
Alright, anyway, I'm about to go to bed. I just wanted to let you know if you guys are hungry.
Good night.
Alright. Sweet dreams.
You too.
I don't know why I'm saying sweet dreams to you. You just woke up. You see him just like fall into the patch, and then his body disperses into leaves that just go.
Alright. Guess I'll make us some pumpkin soup. Already got the pumpkin. I guess some quick pumpkin soup.
Cannon will assist gathering some natural herbs that are nearby to add to the pot for spices.
Alright, give me a survival roll then.
I'm just gonna kick back, put my feet on a pumpkin, and just wait.
Alright, you do indeed find some good herbs. I was gonna see whether you knew what good herbs were. It's like, oh, this is overpowering. At least it gives it a flavor. But no, you
Flavors.
you find some good accents for a pumpkin soup.
And thankfully don't confuse wild parsley with water hemlock.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And with all of these trimmings, Icto, I'll need you to make a cooking roll for me.
Cooking bowl.
Yeah.
So what's
There is no
specifically
skill
a
for
cooking
cooking.
roll?
I know, right?
Yeah.
All these years of playing D&D with you guys, and I still have no clue how we're supposed to incorporate freaking tool proficiencies.
Or like nature or
Wouldn't that be survival? Well,
like
no.
performance or
Performance.
Hang on.
I sing
me
at the
check
pot.
Is that a medicine?
is there a thing like
I think it's just that you're allowed to add your proficiency to bonus to the, like, thing, but for the most part, I guess you just roll a d20 if you're not proficient in the tools that you're using. I would assume. I would guess.
I know there's a feat you can take that gives you bonuses to cooking. I just don't remember what it's called.
Yeah, are you even... I don't even know if you're proficient in cook's tools.
No, but I mean, smith, mason, tankers, thieves, but no cook.
Good God.
So,
I don't remember making him with all that.
I mean, that's what under his tool stuff: thieves' tools, tinker tools, mason's tools, smith tools.
I mean, I haven't messed with them in 11 months. They gotta be right.
It's like, yeah, I'll just roll a d20. See how it goes. Guess it's something.
It's not bad. It's above average.
Edible.
I
If you
think
want
you-
something gourmet, go to a restaurant.
Yeah, you may have kind
Poured a
of
little gunpowder in there. Gave it some kick.
yeah. You may have left a
some
little
hair on your
bit
chest.
on the rind, I guess you could say. A little bit of the pumpkin meat on there, but you made enough for everybody. And you're like, ooh, pepper! Everybody thinks it's just pepper.
It's just pepper.
Except for the sulfurous smell that comes from it.
Yeah, just it's the kind of pepper. Special.
It's pepper.
It's pepper.
It's spepple. Anyway. Done being stupid. No, I'm not. I'll never be done being stupid. But you know what I mean. Anyway. After a nice hearty bowl of pumpkin soup, you are set to go off on your journey, should you wish.
Alright. Let's do it.
Alright, well. Now we don't need that because we're no longer in... Because that was Jack's theme song. We're not doing any more, more pumpkin stuff at the moment. But we're gonna be staying on this pumpkin picture because I don't have a picture.
Why not?
Because I like pumpkins. But anyway, you begin your trek, your journey. Once again, this is the safer road and the shorter road because the patch's ghost stories exist, which, if I remember correctly, you guys didn't really believe, but I might have been misremembering that too. And it turns out they were true. Strange. This game of imagination where I give you a rumor and it turns out to be true. But, yes, you begin your trek through the caves, through the wide open tunnels. And yeah, not much really happens on your way there, but you do finally arrive at Ginger. As you round a corner in the caves, it opens up like most towns do. And you can see that the carved out walls and ceiling there is a little town, almost a hamlet, if you will. Maybe a little bit bigger than a hamlet, but it is by no means a big town. And you see a number of people going about their business, doing their dailies. Possibly grinding ginger.
Grinding ginger. Who would be surprised?
Well, I did say that that these towns were named for their biggest exports. But yes. As you... I assume you enter the town.
Say, do we go right in or enter cautiously? Scout around?
Yeah, let's do that. Good idea.
Alright.
Now, when you say scout around,
Take a look around
Yes.
without trying to draw too much attention to ourselves.
And probably... Would we look more conspicuous together or separate? Do you think?
that's a tough call.
Well, if I can interject a little bit here.
Sure.
Being that it is such a small town, you could assume that this is one of those towns where everybody knows everybody. So 3 complete strangers walking separately into town would probably look pretty conspicuous.
Fair point.
We'll stick out either way.
Yeah, but at least if you're together, you'll stick out, oh, they're a party. Instead of, oh, why are they coming in one at a time?
Well, let's make our way in, see if there is an inn or a tavern.
Alright. Well, as you successfully and finally arrived at Ginger, a trip that took 11 months, almost 12, next week, the townspeople actually greet you cordially, tipping the hats, giving you waves, all that jazz. And even one that seems to be pretty helpful, that actually points you to the way of the tavern. It's a very humble place. Most of the land in the area seems to be designated to the farming crops. But yeah, everybody seems to be pretty nice.
And this is the place where the gods disappeared.
Well, you don't know if the guards have disappeared.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. We're walking around, do we see any guards?
You don't see any guards. But just being fair, Graham never said that they disappeared. He just said that he stopped getting reports, or the capital stopped getting reports from them, and taxes have stopped coming in.
Well, we should probably see about visiting the village headman and see if he has any ideas on what's going on.
Yeah.
Yes. If anybody should know about the taxes, it should be the town leader, right? Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
All right then, to the township leader.
I thought I clicked that, but apparently I forgot. I didn't. I missed. It's like, why is it so quiet?
Well, it's much
All
better
right.
than it.
Do we? Anyone know where that is?
You want to go straight to the leader, though.
I think we gotta figure out where that is, though.
Yeah, ask him around the village. That'd probably be a good idea.
All right, well, asking around. You say, what exactly are you saying to the person that you're asking?
Well,
I need to know in order to respond correctly.
well, if it's Icto asking somebody, he's just like, "Hey, where the fuck is your leader?"
Begging your pardon?
Pardon short
Yeah.
stuff here. He has no tact.
Yeah, well, you're taking too long.
It's like, could you please just direct us to where your leader is?
By leader, you mean the chief?
Yes, exactly.
The asshole who runs this place.
Well, you shut it.
He kind of gives you like one of those kind of looks. But he's like, well, he might be out tending to the fields about now, but I guess it is around lunchtime. He could be at his home, or maybe at the tavern getting a bite to eat.
God, I'm gonna get old before he tells us.
Well, either way, do you know where the tavern is?
Where's the tavern?
The tavern's right over there. The fields, just in case he's still there. I mean, you can't really miss the fields. And his home is right over there on that ridge.
Thank you very much. Which one should we go first?
Oh, you're our fearless leader.
Let's try the tavern first.
Good.
Why did I get the feeling you wanted to go there first, anyway?
Yes. I need alcohol.
Oh god, maybe we should go there last.
Too late.
Well, we make our way to the tavern. La 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 la.
All right. As you make your way to the tavern, you... Give me 1 second. I gotta check some things.
Okie doke.
Kanan, you actually noticed something.
Oh,
Behind a wooden bench, a homemade wooden bench, right by the side of the door, there is a small painted symbol.
I'm assuming pertaining to my religious order.
Uh, I don't know if you would know that what it is, but you do know that it's not specifically that.
I will try and ID the symbol.
All right, and what would you like to try to ID it with?
I was thinking religion, but
Okay, if that's what you
yeah,
want to try.
use religion.
It's none of the things that you specifically know. But you are able to tell that it is religious in nature.
I will point it out to the rest of the party.
Oh yeah? What is it? What is it?
If it's not me to recognize it, it surely must have to do with Stelago, as the only other religious person in the party.
I am the paladin, so I guess I could give it a try, although I have a -1 in religion.
Stupid.
So, stupid, shut up! I
Well-
could give it a try.
Don't even know
I mean, you
what
could also
it
try
is.
insight.
Which one should I do?
Well, insight is more for reading people.
Oh, right, yes.
I guess I'll give it a religious check. Hey!
Better than my roll.
Well, you also can't really tell what denomination it's from. You do think that there must be meaning behind the color in which it is inked onto the wall.
What's a specific color?
Specific color.
But at the
color
moment-
what again?
Huh?
What was the color again?
It is red.
Red, okay.
As if I could roll a religion.
I'll give it a go.
Nope,
That
I'm dumber.
stupid!
No idea, don't follow any faith.
You heathen.
This is my god. Taps the dragon piercer.
Well, Cannon is going to take a sketch of the symbol.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Remember it for later.
Great.
Because red sigils randomly painted on walls is generally not a good sign, so being ever the cautious one, he's going to keep note of it.
In a little culty area going on here.
Is there anything else that's like that in here?
Well, that's
Crazy.
just on the porch. You guys haven't actually gone inside yet.
Oh, it's just on the porch. Oh, let's go inside and see what else we find.
Yeah, that was behind a bench, right next to the door.
Cool find.
But yeah, as you go in, seems that a bunch of the workers are there for their lunch break. And they are carousing and drinking and having a good time with their friends and brothers and sisters and all that jazz. Brothers and sisters in the, like, not in the of man kind of way, not like incest kind of way. I mean, as I said, it's a low population area, so there might be a couple of those. But anyway.
Yeah, everyone's going to be a little related in a small town.
But it's not like they're growing teeth out of their forehead, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Growing teeth out of their forehead? Oh, man. Ugh, I don't want to picture that.
They're not hills have eyes up in here. They're not the end of Tromeo and Juliet up in here. No. Sorry, I had one more. I was debating whether I should actually say it or just continue on.
They're not toxic.
I've been meaning to see that movie, but I never got around to it.
Romeo and Juliet?
Yeah, it looked like a blast.
It's a blast.
It's the best version of Romeo and Juliet, in my opinion.
It totally is. It's the love story of a lifetime.
But anyway, I completely lost my train of thought. Everybody's having a good lunch break. You didn't actually get what the chief looked like from the guy. But the barmaid, a pregnant young woman, still working, still giving drinks and food and such, but it seems like nobody's being very handsy with her. You don't really know whether that's because they're actually what's the word? They actually have decorum while they're drinking and stuff. Whether it's because she's pregnant and they're like, oh, we don't want to like pinch her butt and make her fall over, or anything. But it's obvious to notice that everyone is kind of taking care around her. Not usually what you see whenever you go into a tavern in your areas that you usually go into, because you go into the rowdy party areas. Or it could just be because they've known her forever, and everybody knows everybody, as has been established. But she does come up to you, and she says, "Hey there, y'all from out of town?"
Yes, ma'am.
Well, all right. Would y'all like a table or a seat at the bar?
I would love a seat at the bar.
All right, she drops a plate off at the table and kind of waves over at you like, come on, come on. And
There you go.
sits you three at the bar next to two older gentlemen that are just arguing about nonsense.
Pardon me, ma'am. Could you tell me if one of these people in here is your town leader?
Oh, Chief?
Yeah, your chief.
It seems like every time you say leader, they call him Chief, not that they're referring to him as the chief.
I gotta remember just chief, yeah.
Almost like calling a doctor Doc or something, you know?
Gotcha.
Like, that's their name for him. But, she, actually points out and is like, oh yeah, Chief's over there. She points out a man in the corner. surrounded by children sitting on the floor. And he's doing what would amount to coin tricks, but with, looks like crayons. And whenever someone can correctly guess where he's hidden it, the child gets to pick one of the colors.
Oh, look at that. He's playing with the kids. How cute.
Adorable. One beer, please.
Oh, God. You do realize they're supposed to be here for a reason.
Fine, hold the beer.
Well, now look at you being responsible. All right, let's go approach the guy.
All right. Follow her to approach the guy.
All right. As
Yes,
you... oh, yeah, go ahead.
Nope. I was gonna say, I guess we just walk up to him while he's playing with the kids, but you go.
Well, I was about to say that, too. I was just waiting to make sure everybody had their say first. You know? Giving you your time because of the delay over the interwebs.
Interwebs.
But yes, as you approach the man and the kids, he gets this almost childlike look on his face at the look of you.
Hmm?
He says, "Kids, look at this! We've got travelers!" And as the kids look up at you in your armor and your equipment, like he kind of leads them and goes, "Whoa!" And they all like kind of follow. "Looking at your equipment, you must be soldiers or adventurers of some sort, yes?"
That's correct.
Of some sort.
Oh, I've always admired adventurers. I wished to be one at one point, but then I took an arrow to the knee.
Ow.
Yeah, gotta watch them kneecaps.
Ah! Character, that just sounds so painful, getting hit in the knee! Ooh!
Well,
I don't like bumping my knee, let alone getting pierced in it. Oh!
it was actually a term used to mean that they got pregnant, or not got pregnant, married. Sorry, I was thinking about the other girl.
Well, I guess both could happen.
Yeah, so taking an arrow in the knee was kind of like a joke thing about, oh, I got married and settled down, and that's why I can't be an adventurer.
Never heard that one before.
Yeah.
Well, now I know. The more you know. Well, anyway, sorry about the arrow to the knee.
Or maybe I was lied to about that.
Well, the only reference I know to it is Skyrim. One of the common lines gods will say is, "I used to be an adventurer like you, but then I took an arrow to the knee."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked it up to fact check myself just now, and I'm seeing a lot of was never.
Was never this. It's like, all right.
Never.
believe it. Well, it happens.
Oh, it was never supposed to be a meme. Not was never. Hold on. I have to figure this out now. Is I took an arrow to the knee slang for getting married?
You need some ADD medication, brother.
Claim the phrase I took an arrow to the knee is Old Norse slang for getting married. It is false according to Snopes. Okay, never mind then. He does not say
what?
he took an arrow to the knee.
He does not say he took an arrow.
Oh wait, you know what? Screw it. He says he took an arrow to the knee, and he was literal about it instead of being figurative.
Yep.
Literally make it a saying in your world.
I could. I don't know why I didn't think about that. Thank you, Joey. Yeah, he says I took an arrow to the knee, and it means he got married, even though it doesn't in real life, in the not imaginary world. I'm glad we could clear this up.
You can have whatever you want.
Man, I'm the greatest DM ever.
Yes,
I'm
you
on
are,
it.
Whitney.
Oh, yeah.
You always
Guys,
have
is it
fun
hot
talking
in
to
here
him.
now?
I think that's just you.
Yeah. It's okay, I turned on my fan. Anyway. He's like, ooh, fancy, ooh, but he's not being patronizing about it like I am right now. Well, what can I do for you this fine day?
We were wanting to talk to you about a few questions, actually.
Well, I'm on break. Ask away.
Well, we've noticed that the town of Ginger's taxes have stopped been being received at the capital, and guards have stopped reporting in. We were just coming in to inquire about that.
Well, I don't really know what to tell you about them taxes. We send them every month. Maybe some bandits taking them out or something on the way there. But as was to the guards, I don't really know what happened to them either. They just up and left one day.
They just all left?
Yeah.
No word?
Well, there had been a little bit of a row between the newly appointed captain. It seemed he didn't like how lax everything was, you know? Like they weren't at attention enough for him. And so when he left, I guess the others just decided to go home.
Wouldn't there just be another... Someone would have to be under him and take the spot.
I would assume that too, but as you can see, that's not what happened. Well, either way, we've kind of been taking turns. The men. We don't have no good weapons, but we got pretty sharp pitchforks.
We got sharp pitchforks.
Got a couple of saws and
sharp
such.
pitchfork in the right place to kill you as dead as any magic sword.
It's like, now what if we, say for instance, already lit our torch? Do we have to put it out? Can you just keep it lit? Sorry.
It's not quite good manners to have a lit torch indoors, but
Sorry, I'm quoting a movie. Anyway, so, okay. You said that everybody left but one,
No, all of them
or just
left.
everybody?
Yes.
Oh, I was about to say. I thought you said that there was a squabble between somebody and.
Oh, I said there was a row.
Oh,
Yeah. If we want to
what does
get
that mean?
technical, it was a little more hands-on than a squabble.
Okay.
But yeah,
Who do you usually send your taxes with?
we usually send it by courier.
Is it someone who usually works here, or
No,
somebody who just comes by?
it's the same person that comes by every month or so.
Same person.
And when was the last time you saw them?
About the first of the month, like usual.
Alright.
And where's the old guard barracks? Their building.
Oh, it's he kind of points out the window, and he's trying to like point around, and then you see him like unlatch it, open it up, and then he points around the wall. Oh, the old guard barracks, right on over that way. You see that tower there?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. But we ain't been able to get in there since they left.
Think.
Seems Duval took the key with him.
Oh, well, you don't mind if we use what means we can to look around and just find some clues?
Do what you want.
You see, like, him rubbing his hands together. Okay. Should go over to the guard's house.
Yeah, I guess this is worth looking into.
Alright, well.
Alright.
Bother you again if we need you.
All right. Just let me know what I can do to help.
Thank you for all your help so far.
Ooh, before we go, actually, I'm going to show him the copy of the symbol that I took down from earlier and ask if he knows anything about it.
Ooh, good idea.
Oh.
He kind of looks at it, then he reaches down, puts on his glasses. He's like, I don't know. I can't say I know anything about it, but, well, I guess it's not a big secret I give out crayons to kids. If you find a kid with a red crayon, maybe he could tell you about it.
Kid with a red crayon. Okay.
That would seem to track. I'm going to examine the bar patron to see if there's a child currently holding a red crayon.
And I need to take a restroom break. I'll be back.
I also kind of need to take a restroom break. But,
Alright.
and I you know what? I'm going to do that before I tell you. Keep you in suspense.
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, everybody can have a break real quick.
And I'm back.
Welcome out.
My bladder's empty.
Good for you.
Welcome back, Wheat.
Did I miss anything?
Not as far as I'm aware.
A whole lot happened while I was here by myself.
Oh, what'd you talk about?
Practically nothing.
Oh. What do you want to talk about?
I could talk about wrestling, but y'all, haven't been in the story as much as me, so it wouldn't really mean anything to you.
Hey, if I could watch that, then I would. Like, if it was somewhere where I had access to it, I don't have, like, I don't know. What do you watch it on? Do you have, like, cable or something?
I have Hulu.
Oh, yeah, I don't.
That's where I
You don't have
watched.
Hulu?
I don't have Hulu.
You
Got that, and Raw is supposed to be being moved to Netflix this next
Oh,
year.
I
so
don't have Netflix.
that
Do you
or
have
even
any
just,
streaming services?
I have Amazon Prime. And that's why I don't have any of the other ones.
for AEW though, I have to just watch the YouTube clips because they still don't have theirs on the streaming service.
Lame.
So I don't get to watch full matches, but I get the gist of it.
Yeah, I just get to watch what you send. Clips, too. But, alright. What was your question for... It was to look for a kid in the tavern with a red crayon, right?
Yes.
Okay. You do see one, but it was just handed out. So you might be looking for someone with probably a shorter red crayon, not a
Or
new
you
one.
clearly used one?
Yeah.
Well, I'll make a mental note to keep an eye out if I see one around town. Worst case scenario, I guess we can always come back and ask the kids if they've seen anyone.
Yep.
Anything else in the
Just-
tavern area? Any more questions for anybody?
I was going to do a casual sweep of the place, see if there was anything else like that symbol outside that was worth looking at. So, I guess, perception
Yeah, go ahead.
or investigation?
I would say for this one, perception. Investigation, in my opinion, is usually for, like, seeing how things work. You know, like,
Alright, okay.
I always use, like, a clock as an example. As, like, oh, I see that gear goes to that gear and blah, blah, blah.
Okie doke.
So that's what I think of it as investigation. I could be wrong. But anyway, a 20, you notice a number of things. Not necessarily what you're looking for. You don't see any more symbols or anything down here.
Nothing else that looks culty?
No, nothing else that looks culty. Just the general atmosphere of the place seems pretty happy at the moment, but it does seem to be kind of winding down, and everybody's talking a little less, almost like it's lunchtime over in a couple of minutes, and they're like, oh, dang it, they're gonna go back to the fields. You do notice as well the barmaid kind of stumble for a second, put a plate on the counter and kind of give her belly a rub before straightening up and picking it back up and bringing it to the table. Kind of hear under her breath, "Stop kicking, you. I can't carry a plate like that. Kick when I'm off hours."
Well, sounds like the bun's almost ready. You got it.
Are
He's
you-
taking everything to me not to cuss.
Are you saying that out loud?
Probably like muttering it.
She kind of looks at you and then runs into the kitchen.
Oh,
See, I
And as
told
she
you,
comes
you
back
have
out, she
no
says,
tactics.
"They are not."
all right. We should go. We should go. I'm gonna cuz up a storm in this place. We need to go.
Well, all right. Everything seems normal. I guess we can go. Let's go find a kid with a red crayon who's drawing weird symbols.
And explode the guardhouse.
And apparently explode the guardhouse.
I heard what you wanted.
What?
We can get in there any way that we can. What?
Yeah. Yeah,
What?
these guys don't have any means.
I think we should
Not
probably try the
any
front
means.
door first.
Yeah, exactly. Any means usually the obvious ones first.
What?
Yeah.
No one said that.
At least see if it's locked first.
Sure. I'll try the doorknob.
Thank you.
Hold on a second. Is my thing. Just take a look at my spells for no reason real quick.
I heard you muttering, and I was waiting to see if
What?
you wanted to say anything
I'm
specific.
just looking how's it there?
All right. So you're. Which are you doing first?
I'm testing the door now.
Oh, you're already there. Okay. I meant,
I mean, I just
are you going to the guardhouse or searching for the crayon first? Okay, guardhouse first.
yeah. That's for my thing. They were looking for a crayon. I'm looking for the guardhouse.
Okay, if you want to split up, you can.
It's up to them.
But we'll do guardhouse first since you're already looking through your spells to see what you can blow up. As you approach the guardhouse, you see that there are two men with their pitchforks. The town pitchforks. And one of them actually has a bucket on his head with holes drilled into it so that he can see out of it. And you can hear him kind of talking. "You really think that thing's gonna help you?" And he's like, "It'll help. It makes me look tough." It's like, "Makes you look stupid." Any person with ill will coming to this town is gonna see you, and they're gonna laugh. Hey, you might get a kill. They could laugh themselves to death. It's like, "Shut up, I'm ready."
These two are standing in front of the guardhouse.
Yeah.
All right,
Like-
working magic, little man.
And as,
Hold on. Hold on. Why the fuck are you wearing that?
he immediately goes, "Halt!" And he
Hold.
holds up the pitchfork and it falls out of his hand. It bounces off the ground, and he scoops it before it bounces a second time.
You now have my permission to lift your verbal filter.
All right.
Am I intimidating?
To a toddler, maybe.
And he looks over at the other one and says, "See?
You look like a right dumbass.
I'm sorry, an Adonis? Dude,
Dumbass.
take off the bucket. You can't hear nothing." And he's like kind of leaning on the pitchfork, and he's like, "It's kind of hard to breathe, too."
I can't breathe in this thing.
Is that a shit bucket? You
Yep.
try not to lose it?
No, it was a water bucket. And he's like,
Smells
"Dude,
from here.
take off the bucket." I'm sorry. What? How can I help you?
Oh, we're coming to check out the guardhouse.
And we're guarding the house.
They're not guards, though.
Yeah, but you get the joke. Right?
Yeah. So what are you doing here other than pretending?
Well, we're not pretending. We're not guards. He air quotes. But we're guarding. You know, we take turns around the town. Since everybody left.
So
And-
you...
Yeah, what can you tell us about that? What happened? Why did everybody leave?
Oh, from what I could tell, they got into a fight.
About what?
I don't really know. One person called another person's mom a fat sow. And then there was a punch thrown. And then people just... I guess people's feelings just got hurt and they just walked off.
Well, they should have had a beer afterwards. It's how you settle it.
These city folk guards. Well, the captain was.
Well, do you boys mind stepping aside so we can take a look around?
And the dude with the bucket is like, "And why do you want to look around? You're not guards." He's like, "Ethel,
Right.
shut up."
Ethel, I will shove that bucket up your asshole sideways.
You can't get it off my head because I can't either.
Yeah. Trust me,
Oh.
he'll find a way.
Yes, I have a way to get it off your head.
You do?
Oh, yes. It's a most unpleasant kind of way. And he just kind of starts inching closer, like his hands out,
It's like, oh,
twiddling his
man.
little fingers.
I was hoping that you had some, like, butter or something. Now you're threatening me.
Oh, I got something. It's if you want it off.
This stout is intimidating
He's-
a man.
He's thinking about it.
He's thinking about it.
Like, he wants it off, but...
Alright, I just walk upstairs, like, get down here. Kick his
Oh.
shins, make him kneel down.
No!
Yeah.
Get down here. Grab the bucket. Just yank it off.
Okay, give me an athletics.
Athletics.
I just
There it
imagine
is.
that cartoon rubber sound when you're pulling on something.
As you begin to pull, you kind of put your foot into his chest and pull, but it doesn't really work out, so you turn around and kind of like headlock the bucket
Yeah.
over your shoulder, because he's a little taller than you, and you
Yeah.
start to just lean forward, and you're like taking like steps, and he just begins to drag behind you.
Oh my god. What kind of fucking moron gets his head stuck in a bucket?
This moron. That was the other dude, by the way.
Alright. Alright. I, I cast grease inside the bucket.
You're gonna waste his spell slot on
I'll
this idiot?
use a spell slot on him. Put grease inside of the bucket. Slip it off.
Alright. You can hear him kind of make this inhale, followed by a...
Why would you breathe in?
And then the bucket slides off, and you see him just... just, like, spitting grease out of his mouth.
Yeah.
How's it
I
feel?
did not enter you.
Free.
You never tasted it before. It tastes alright?
It's not for cooking!
Nah, I see it's more for like igniting stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you can hear him gasping for air and wheezing, almost like it coated his lungs whenever you casted it.
Maybe.
You know, and like, it'll take you some time. You'll clear up.
Maybe he should regurgitate a little bit to clear that out.
Well, he's coughing. He's hacking.
It'll take you some time.
Now you have a bucket with holes drilled into it.
I hope you don't just kill the guy.
Waste of a water
Eh,
bucket.
he'll be fine.
This is a waste.
A water bucket?
Yeah, it was a water bucket before.
Oh my
I use
goodness.
Now it's got holes in it. That's why it's a waste of a water bucket.
I use mending
I
on
thought
the
it was
holes.
just a bucket helmet. It literally was a bucket.
Oh,
Mending the cantrip, so.
oh
I just
sweet.
mend the holes.
Thanks.
Like, no more letting him around buckets.
All right, I'm gonna pick him up and take him to the take him to the cleric.
Yeah. Alright, we're getting in this place. Go up and try the doorknob.
Yeah, there are no more guarding townsfolk.
No more guardians. Alright, open, try the door.
And if you would have asked them why they were standing there, they would have answered, because this is where they stood.
Yeah.
There were at least always two of them here, so...
I assume that. Yeah. Let's go try the door. It's really locked.
It is locked.
And is this door like, is it full solid door? Is there like a glass opening?
It is a
Window, yeah.
pretty solid door. As a guardhouse or barracks would normally have. It's not made out of metal or anything. It does have metal in it, but it is a solid and thick wooden door.
Hey, leader,
Yeah,
can I do it?
fine.
Minor explosion. On the doorknob.
All right. You have now turned the doorknob into
Okay.
an explosive.
Bag away. And set it off.
All right. You stop concentrating, and it goes There is
Alright,
now
look.
a hole where the doorknob used to be.
Alright. Just push the door open. Hopefully.
Man, I might need to think about that a little bit harder. I'm gonna let it happen, but I'm like, man, that was really easily abused. Like maybe you'd have to take it apart to count it as a small object.
A small object. I mean, a doorknob is a single object, right?
Well,
Everything
that's
else.
what I'm saying. While it's attached to the door, it's part of the door, and that's why I was thinking maybe it needs to be like taken apart first.
Technically,
But
it is a single component of the door.
yeah, is a component of the door, but while it's attached, it is a part of the door, kind of.
Who says?
Well, you know what's done is
The
done.
guy who's trying to balance things.
But I like to have chaos and imbalance.
I already said I was gonna let it happen.
I know.
I was just saying that I need to think about it a little bit.
Next time you will. Next time.
Push the door open. We're in.
All right. It is dark in there, very obviously. It seems that there is there was in fact a fight, as was said before. With a couple of tables and chairs knocked over. But that's just what's readily seen whenever you open the door from the light coming from the drift globe, the giant drift globe above the town.
Yes.
You guys remember the giant drift globes that's above every town, simulating
Yeah.
sunlight? Okay, just making sure.
I recall.
Just have to remind you we're underground.
Wait, no. What are they? Just give me the full description of what they are again.
The full description?
Yeah, I want to know what they look like, what they do, how
You
they
know what?
operate.
They're a light in the sky. That's all you need to know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Spoil sport.
But yeah, so, how do you proceed?
We need a light in here. You guys got a torch or something?
I think I can create light.
No.
Yes, I can. So Kynan will cast the light cantrip as soon as I... There we go.
Nice. What do you cast it on? Like, something you're holding? Just for reference?
Yes, I will cast it on... my torch, because why not?
Okay.
Well, that's ironic.
I'm not going to waste the torch, but using it as a catalyst for light makes sense.
It's like you could just light the torch, but we're lighting the torch.
All right.
Oh,
I just love the visual gag of it.
As the light leaves your fingertips and attaches itself to your torch, it spreads out and illuminates the guardhouse. You can now see that there is actually a trace of a little blood left on the floor.
How old is it?
It's dried. It's... I don't know if you could tell how old it is, but it is dried up and soaked into the wood.
Is there a
Did they say how
trail of
long
it?
ago the soldiers left?
I don't think so.
You didn't really ask.
No, we didn't.
Is there
Are
a
But,
they still
trail
out
of
there?
blood, or is it just one spot?
well, it's kind of... It's not a huge amount of blood, but it is a little bit everywhere, you know? Like, say a punch knocked blood over there kind of thing.
Okay.
There's some on the wall, some on the floor, as well as a broken chair.
Say they did a big old scuffle in here.
Well, let's have a look around. Let's see. What exactly is it we should be looking for?
Well. We can look for the captain's room, office.
Yeah, we can have a look and see what the captain was up to before he left. Then again, I'm assuming that they would take everything with them, but you never know.
I mean, they left a mess like this. They sounds like they just left.
True. Perhaps they just up and left and didn't have time to prepare. Let's go.
Righty.
To the captain's office! Da-da-da-da.
To his office or his room? Because I heard two different
What's
things.
Is there a difference?
One is where he works in, the other is where he sleeps.
Let's go where he works.
Yeah, let's go there first.
Alright. As you kind of make your way through the rooms, you find the armory, the actual barracks with the beds and such. And then you find what looks to be an office with a desk, books and ledgers and everything.
You had 11 months and you didn't prepare a map for this?
No.
Lazy. All right, let's look around the office.
Honestly, I wasn't even sure we were going to have the game today.
Just messing with you, man. Let's look around, see what any papers that might be rightly ready. You know, the last things he was messing with.
Investigating those ledgers is a definite must.
Yeah.
Yes, let's do that.
To that end, I shall attempt to investigate them with my abysmal score.
Ah,
Investigate. So look around his desk for any clues.
Give me a sec. My mouse is doing that thing. Well, first let's go for Kanan. Kanan, you were too busy holding the light, trying to help other people find things.
eh,
So you're just kind of following everybody else, trying to give them the most light possible, whenever you could just hold it up into the air and like illuminate the whole room. And that's why your investigation is not going well.
good try.
But someone's been investigating before. Almost like you
Yes,
have
there
to
we go.
be good at investigation to make things as an artificer.
Al-
No, you don't have
Almost
to be.
like almost like he knew exactly what he was looking for.
I've got secrets.
You don't really find anything particularly useful. It's the normal ledgers and papers, records of the reports sent to the capital, and taxes. However, you also find I won't say the latest report, but, what Graham said how long it's been since they've gotten a report.
Right.
Which I don't remember.
I don't recall.
But you do find the last report that should have been sent, which wasn't, which says, everything is good in Ginger. The new citizens that have immigrated have blended in well. And that's basically the gist of it.
Okay.
Is there anything else you'd like to investigate? What? Or how about this? What else would you like to look for?
That's what I'm trying to think of. I'm like, what am I trying to look for exactly?
It's just hints at why a fight would have started.
True. Like, maybe we wouldn't find that in business ledgers. Maybe we find it in a personal journal in his bedroom. Perhaps he'd be more likely to talk about his personal issues with someone in private.
Makes sense.
So let's go find his room.
All right. It's very obvious with your military background and your dad's teachings, Stelago, that a commanding officer would have their own room. Whereas the soldiers underneath him would have to sleep together in the barracks. And due to that knowledge, it is not too hard for you to find it.
Alright. So now, in his bedroom, let's find a journal.
Or
And see
look
what
for
it
a
says in
journal.
it. That's what I mean. Let's look for a journal.
Let's find one.
Well, let's try to find one. Is what
There's
I
nothing
mean.
here! Where is
There's
it?
Where is it? I just start flipping stuff over. Like, where is it? Where could it be?
As you flip stuff over, you do not find a journal.
Yeah, that's probably why I'm not finding it.
So I know you're just kind of pushing things around. Do you mind if I take a look?
Ah,
Are you
I guess. I can't find squat.
roll a new investigation or?
Yeah, it'd be a new
It's a
one.
new room.
Okay.
Hey, still better than me.
Sorry.
You need a glass of water.
No, I just took a drink of my Kool-Aid.
Oh, down the wrong pipe?
No. No, I don't know why.
Oh. Okay.
If it was down the wrong pipe, I'd be coughing for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I heard that. Because I'm always just doing that for like 10 straight minutes.
But anyway, you search in the drawers and closets and such. And while you don't find a journal, you do see that his clothes and personal effects besides the journal are still in the drawers and the wardrobe.
What, it's not under the pillow or anything? Like girls usually do?
Well, he didn't roll high enough to look under the pillow. He rolled high enough to look in the drawers in the wardrobe.
Can I just say I look under the pillow?
Yes, you can say you look under the pillow.
I look under the pillow.
There is not a journal under the pillow.
Darn it! I was hoping that would be the most obvious place to look.
Alright, well, I see the captain didn't take none of his stuff.
So they just up and left? They didn't pack anything?
They left all their things.
The soldiers too?
We can go check the soldiers, but at least the captain left all of his stuff.
Kanan,
Yes.
as you are holding the light for them, I'm remembering that your passive perception is 18, by the way. That's what.
Mine's 11.
You actually, in the flickering of the light, as you move it back and forth, you notice that there's a shadow that is not moving by the back foot of the bed. What am I meaning by back foot? The head of the bed? The one that goes up against the wall.
Yes, the rearmost leg.
Yeah, rearmost leg, thank you. There is a shadow that is not moving in the flickering of the light. Whenever you move it about, the light's pretty steady, but
I shall stoop down and take a peek at it, with the light getting a closer look before I go reaching under the bed for something that may be, unpleasant.
well, as you reach down, bringing the light closer, you can see that it is not a shadow. And it seems to be a crayon of some sort, drawn on the floor and then up onto the legs of the bed.
Can I tell what color it is?
It's black.
A
Black, you
black?
say?
Well, the plot thickens.
Curious and curiouser.
And you can see that the crayon extends under the bed.
I shall follow the line of the crayon and see where it goes.
It is underneath the bed, so you would have to move the bed. Is that all right?
Yes, I shall move the bed.
All right. And how do you move it? Do you just scooch it, or table flip? I mean,
I will have Stella go assist me in picking up the bed and gently moving it. Actually,
I don't
hang
know
on.
about gently.
Better idea, because the drawing is partially on the leg. What if I just lay prone on the ground?
You good?
Oh, I mean, if you want to.
Yes, so instead of moving the bed, I shall lay prone under the ground and scooch under the bed.
Secretly, I believe that things would be better if I were a tyrant lording over the land.
I don't know what you're saying.
I forgot about my flaw. Delago's flaw.
Well, keep it secret. It might come in handy later. I'm just kidding. I think everybody has access to each of them.
Yeah, we do. We have access to everybody.
But yeah, as you lie prone and you kind of scooch yourself under the bed, are you're looking at the up at the bed bottom, right?
Yes, I'm looking at
The bed frame, not the floor.
the underside of the bed frame.
Okay. Well, as you scooch yourself under there, you see that there is an angular drawing drawn on the slats to connect to each other in a symbol.
Fascinating. I shall copy this down too. And also I'll
So it's a different symbol?
Yes.
Huh. So now we have two symbols in two different colors of crayon. The mystery gets deeper.
indeed it does. I'll laugh if this just turns out to be a kid's game.
Well, who do we know that is the only person that had a box full of all kinds of crayons? And he just started handing them out earlier when we saw him.
Can we find a record of the people who live here that the guards might have kept?
I mean, we know the headman's been handing out crayons.
We know that the guard thing he talked about, refugees coming in here.
Not refugees.
Refugees? Well, something like that. People coming in here.
Yeah, they're just
Integrate.
immigrants, basically.
Better settling.
Yeah. If you want, you can roll a history.
Well, I stuck.
History.
Okay.
Go off.
Oh, the intelligence character is able to get good intelligence rolls.
Yeah, I know. It's like the one thing in intelligence that I actually have a plus on.
Alright, so, in the history of Ginger, you know the history of the patch. That was a witch village about 16 years ago that was decimated in a mass extinction by a man named Tolston, the mage-slaying blade. You don't really know why, at least I don't remember if Jack told you why. Just know that it happened. And Ginger, just like the patch, was another witch village, which after the extermination in the patch basically opened itself up to immigrants from other towns and cities. However, it was only recently that people felt safe in the witch villages to actually join them. Within the past, couple of years. So it took a little while, but people did start to come in. And now this town is no longer a completely witch town, but that doesn't mean that their culture has died out in only 16 years, you know?
Yeah.
So people are still using these symbols for something. But what's the purpose?
Oh,
Are they
would be the
protection
point.
symbols? Are they evil curses?
If you want, you can also do an arcana to kind of see if you understand how witch magic works.
Eh.
Huh, we both rolled the same.
Oh. Good.
Up to you, Prodigy.
All right, let's take it out.
With a +7.
I had to roll
Wow.
very low.
You basically got a 2.
Alright, sadly, witch magic is just not anything that you guys have ever come across or learned anything about, as it is a well-kept secret within their culture. You have to basically convert or be born into it to know witch magic.
Ready?
Well, boo.
I'm not saying that people can't become witches.
I can become
Just-
a witch.
Just saying that, for the most part, it's a well-guarded secret. For the most part. Other people do know, but...
Screw your well-kept secrets.
Right, well, maybe we can find a friendly witch around here to help us with these symbols.
True, maybe we can find someone who does practice witchcraft and show them these symbols.
That's what I said.
I know, I was making it my idea.
All right, leader, what's next?
Well, I don't know if someone who practices witchcraft is just gonna be obvious about it, so...
Maybe if you ask nicely.
Or maybe we should just keep observing the townsfolk and see what happens.
Boring, but all right.
Besides, we still have to wonder if these markings were made recently. After all, it is a big coincidence that we see a bunch of markings made in crayon and we see someone giving out crayons to children.
And you've only seen one other than this one so far.
Well, let's keep investigating the rest of the place. See if we find any more markings.
Let's see. Go check out the rest of the guards' place. They're where the others sleep.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, you
Start
head to
checking under beds.
the barracks, and you don't find any markings under the beds.
What about on the walls?
There is a marking on the wall, yes.
Is it the same as one we found so far?
It is very slightly different. So, by
Okay.
very slightly, I mean, it looks like the red one, but it is in blue.
Huh. Is that the only difference? Is that the color?
There might be, like, an angle that was on the other one that is more rounded, but that could just be the the person, you know? Like their handwriting in a way. Not as sharp and more bubbly. Or it could be considered a completely new symbol. With your knowledge about this at the moment, you could not tell.
Well, so far this isn't really making a whole lot of sense. They all just picked up and left. They left all their stuff. They fought over something, but we have no idea what. And we keep finding these weird colored markings everywhere.
Which, for all we know, could be part of a children's game.
I mean,
How many children do you know are allowed to come in here and write under a person's bed?
I mean,
maybe it's
this
one
is
of the children
basically
in training to be a witch. We have to hunt the children.
We have to hunt the children?
Even the younglings?
Even the younglings must go. Alright, maybe it's extreme.
66.
I'd say...
Alright, anyway, continue with your thoughts.
Well...
You can't find any clues here why they fought. And these symbols might be our next best thing, and maybe we can find someone who still practices witchcraft here, or at least somebody who knows the history of it might tell us what these symbols mean.
Yeah?
Where's that bucket hat guy? Maybe he knows.
Nah.
Well, I think I just have a frog today. His friend said that he was going to take him to the cleric.
Right. He's going to the cleric. Maybe we can talk to them over there.
I do have a question,
They
though.
like themselves.
I have a question.
I have a question. What time do you go to work, Whitney?
10.
10. Okay, do you want to call it here? So you can get ready?
Oh, probably for the best.
Alright. Sorry, guys. But I did look at the time and I was like, oh, crap.
Yeah, I wish I
No
worked at
worries.
11 today. But no.
Well, at least we got to hop back in, huh?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
nice
I was
to hop
gonna
back.
say we got a session, which is more than occasionally happens.
And the thick plottins.
Yes, it does. It very
Yeah.
important.
I can't believe I remembered everything that was going to happen, but barely anything that happened for this side story, too.
That is actually fun. Yeah.
I was like, oh, this stuff that I had planned. What happened before it, though, to get us here?
I mean, I guess it makes sense. You have something planned, so it's in your mind somewhere, and then once it's happened, you don't need it anymore, so you toss it out.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you all for joining me. I hope you enjoyed yourselves. And I hope you all have a good night. And until next time, on Dungeons and WheatTons.